Hi guys, I'm on my phone. Is this better? What is that piece of hair doing? It was just like sticking up. I had a rough day, but I'm good. I am good. Hi everybody. I wanted to let all of you know, one, I wanted to say hi to everybody. Two, I wanted to let you guys in on the newest video that's coming up. So, the other video that I posted the other day about the lady that pushed me when I was at the store, that video, we went back to the same place today because I love that place. I love shopping there, and I wanted to go get something for my birthday, to wear for my birthday, because my birthday's on the 30th. So I went, my son was there, my husband was there, and then one of our friends, Landon, was there. So we were just in a group. Guys, we literally had no problems at all with Max. Not one person messed with Max. Not one. Not one. I was just like, it's only when I'm by myself. Anytime my husband is with me, people leave us alone. But my husband has a resting ass face. He's a jerk. So maybe that's it. I don't know. Yes, I know her birthday's on the 29th. I've been excited about that. But guys, it's just like it was amazing how like nobody messed with this until I was passed out. We have this on video. And I didn't know what happened until I just watched it, because I'm trying to get the clips together, to get them merged, to get it edited, to get it out for you guys, hopefully probably tomorrow. And so, okay, I need to go lay down. My husband's like, go lay on the couch. I'm like, I was like, but I want to lay somewhere, you know, not in the middle of everything, but they told me to go lay on the couch, which is right next to the register. But they told me to go lay down on the couch, and I laid down. I got Max up there for Max to work, because when I pass out, Max performs deep pressure therapy, which helps shorten episodes, helps keep me calmer when I wake up, etc., etc. So I lay down on the couch. I get Max up. He lays it up on top of me. I end up passing out, and I'm watching the video. And so Chase and Landon, my husband Chase and our friend Landon, they're sitting there talking. Next thing I know, Chase is walking off with the baby. He let our son down, and our son started walking away, and my husband went to follow him, and my friend Landon was sitting there with me while I was passed out. This lady comes over, and she starts touching me, and she's talking to me, telling me that I can't have the dog on the couch. Mind you, I'm unconscious. Guys, I was unconscious, and she's touching me, telling me I can't have the dog on the couch. When Max is vested, he has a service dog vest on that says service dog, and she's touching me. Anyway, Landon walks over, because she's telling my friend Landon, you know, she can't have the dog on the couch, and he walks over, and, you know, I guess he thinks that if he touches me, it's going to make me wake up faster. I don't know. But he comes over, and he's rubbing my arm, like, I can see it in the video, he's rubbing my arm, talking to me. Anyway, around this time, I actually did start waking up. It had already been, I think, close to 2 minutes that I had been out, so, you know, that's pretty average for me, is I'm out anywhere from around 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes. That's my average time of being unconscious. And so I ended up starting to wake up. And guys, I remember freaking out. Like, I freaked out so bad. There was this lady standing there talking. I didn't know who she was. I'm trying to comprehend what Landon is saying. My friend Landon saying, you gotta get the dog off the couch, that you can't have him up there. I started freaking out, and I remember trying, like, I don't really remember this very well, but I remember trying to say he was working, that Max was working. And Max was literally, he was in the middle of actively tasking. Him laying across me may not be much to someone, but, you know, when it helps you, your episode shorten, you know, it means a lot if it means I don't have to be unconscious as long. So, my husband walks over about this time, and my husband starts telling her, and you guys, you will see all of this in the video that when I put it up tomorrow. But my husband walks over, and he starts explaining to the lady that he's a service dog, he's working, and it's a federal crime to interfere with a service dog while they're working. And, you know, he was really nice about it. He was doing his best to explain it to her because she kept trying to say that you have to get the dog off the couch. It's not, he's a service dog. I laid on the couch because it was better than laying on the floor. Even though I was fine with laying on the floor, I didn't want to be in the middle of everything. But, you know, my husband was like, no, go lay on the couch. So, you know, Max was working. He was tasking. Mind you, this is a thrift store, guys. It's not like some crazy, like, expensive brand new furniture. This is a thrift store. But even if it was brand new furniture, it's kind of like, if my dog is tasking, it doesn't matter. It does not matter if my service dog is working. If I'm laying on the couch and I'm passed out and my dog has to work, then he has to work. It's a used couch. Get over it. Anyway, I had been having a rough day anyway. Like, when we first got there, you know, before we even left the house, I told Chase that I wasn't feeling good and that, you know, I was just knew I was going to have a bad day. And it was a rough day for me. But, you know, Chase was off today. We were trying to spend time together as a family. And it was just... It was one of those things where, you know, I wanted to go out with my family. But, guys, it was awful. Like, I just freaked out all over again watching that video because I'm like, oh my God, she was touching me. I don't like people touching me, especially people I do not know. If I don't know you, don't touch me. I have PTSD. The reason I have PTSD, I don't like it when people I don't know touch me. It freaks me out. And I think that was part of the reason I was freaking out with someone I didn't know was right there. My friend Landon was sitting there rubbing my arm. I was just, I literally started freaking out. Thankfully, Chase came over and Chase was able to take care of everything. Hey, I'm going to read your comments real fast. I love you guys too. Guys, I love y'all too. But anyway, oh, another thing. There was another employee that was standing behind the couch that, and I guess I was still, I don't remember. I think I might have still been unconscious at the point, asking if I was okay. The lady looks at her and says, no, she's just sleeping. When Landon, my friend Landon, had just told her I was passed out, like unconscious, and she looks at the girl, no, she's just sleeping. I just like to sleep on couches, guys. I guess that's the new thing. Go to random stores and just go to sleep on couches with my dog. It's just funny. And of course my phone starts to die. Okay, there we go. I am about to be 21, guys. Amara, you can leave my picture in it. I don't care. I like my pictures, guys. Put pictures of me. Let's see. Yeah, no, it wasn't IKEA. It was the thrift store that I went to the other day. I know I'm going to get shit listed because I should have been on the couch. First, people fuss at me, oh, she laid down on the floor. So since I don't lay in the floor and I lay on the couch, I'll get fussed at. But no one said anything to the guy that was asleep in the chair when we walked up. The chair that was next to us, or next to the couch, there was a guy asleep in it. No one said anything to him. Sorry, guys, reading y'all's things. Has Max ever actually saved my life? Technically, every single time Max alerts and lets me know that I'm going to pass out, he's potentially saving my life. Because if I pass out and without realizing that I'm going to pass out, and if I pass out unexpectedly and hit my head the wrong way, it could kill me. I love you guys too. Thanks, Aiden. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to read through y'all's comments as fast as I can. Gaming with Hayden. That would be nice, but no, that's not necessary. That's funny. I'll send a $500 super chat for your service dog. Who has $500 to send in a super chat? Do I faint from being overwhelmed? No. It's more complicated than that. I'm working on getting a diagnosis. Shh. Hush. Hush. You're so mean. You do that to him on purpose. You like hearing...
That's the first time I've done it, actually.
Guys, the only time y'all will hear Max bark is when we are at home and someone is coming up the porch, especially like at night, and someone's coming up the porch, and Chase was just messing with him. Like, you were purposely making him bark. You knew...
I was hoping I could make you jump.
You're a butt. Is a good boy.
Our son is destroying everything.
Good. I needed a break. I don't feel good.
Over there?
I just brought him over there, like 15 minutes ago. Yeah, emotional support is not a service dog. Emotional support animals do not have access rights and are not trained the way service dogs are. Batman, you missed a whole story. Just go back and rewatch what I've already said. Hang on, guys. I'm trying to catch up comments. Max wasn't on the couch. He was on top of you. I don't... Apparently at this thrift store, no. I mean, I get it, you know. But they should know dogs aren't allowed in that store. So if someone is in there with a dog and it has a vest on it that very clearly says, service dog, do not pet, and the dog is laying on top of me, come on. Put 2 and 2 together, guys. Wait, another hurricane? I'm so lost. Thanks, Martina. Is it hard for me to upload videos to the world with my condition? Absolutely. It's always nerve-wracking that, you know, like, what kind of hate, you know, am I going to get on this? And, you know, I always knew starting out that, you know, there was going to be that group of people that, you know, would be, oh, well, you know, you're fake, you're faking everything. I always knew there was going to be that. You know, it is hard trying to put yourself out there, but I feel like I'm doing it for the right reasons. Like, I feel I've had so many people message and comment saying that they didn't know things like that about service dogs before, and that's the whole point. You know, it's education. If I can upload my day-to-day life with my videos, and if I can point out, you know, the things that people do that you shouldn't do when you see a service dog, and if that will help educate even one other person, that's one more person that has knowledge about service dogs. And so to me, it's worth it. What if y'all see me at a store one day, can y'all talk to me? Absolutely, I'd love to meet you guys. Absolutely come up and talk to me. Like I said, I don't care if people talk to me or interact with me. It's interacting with Max because it can be a distraction and things like that. So that's the only thing that, you know, I don't want, is I don't want anyone messing with him. I'd love to meet you guys. I might be like, what? You know, I might get a little anxious just because of how I am with people. But yeah, absolutely. I'd love to watch you guys. The best thing to do is be like, Dominique, service dog pause, I know you. And then I'm like, oh, okay, you're a fan. You're not going to kill me. I have this, like, I don't know, I have this fear in my head that everyone's, I guess, out to hurt me. I don't know. It's part of my PTSD. Come here. Up. Come on. Up. Yeah. You say hi. Yes, emotional support dogs are not service dogs. Service dogs are dogs trained specifically to mitigate a disability. Emotional support dogs are dogs that you hold that just make you feel better. Or cats or whatever. Any animal can be an emotional support animal, and basically, just them being there makes you feel better. Service dogs are trained to react and respond to your disabilities to help you. Ugh, let me get the camera right here, guys, so I can continue to look. Beth, River Dog Gear on Facebook is where I got his vest. Thank you, guys. Thanks, everybody. Yes, you can post the screenshot. Yes, you can post the screenshot. He's a good boy, aren't ya? Max is about 1.5 years. Hi, Tacolicious. I see you on my videos all the time. I've ever gotten in a fight with someone. Not since I was a kid, guys. Is Max able to alert other people I'm going to pass out? It's not something I've trained him to do. Basically, as long as he lets me know that I'm going to pass out to where I can get to a safe place and lay down, that's all that matters. And that's just preventing me from falling and hitting my head and possibly injuring myself. Oh, Julian, that's incredible. Sorry, guys. I'm behind comments. Someone bedazzled their Amazon vest. That's great. I've got something to show you guys in a second. Is Max brown or red? Max would be, I guess, tan. Well, the guy that was sleeping in the chair, he got up in the middle of me being unconscious. I think it was right before the lady got over there. He got up and walked away. Like, I just watched the video and I was like, oh my god. Like, I literally started freaking out that someone was touching me. And like, she wasn't even touching me just now. But watching her, like watching the video, the footage where she was touching me, I freaked. And I remember asking my friend Landon, did she touch me? He's like, no, she was just talking to you. You lied. She did touch me. You'll see all of that in the video tomorrow. I vape and I wear shorts, guys. So that means I don't have PTSD. Okay, that's cool. So my PTSD is non-military. I don't know what vaping or wearing shorts has anything to do with it. It's summer. I live in Alabama. Yeah, I'm gonna wear shorts. It's hot, and I have really bad heat sensitivity. If I wear pants in the heat like this, I get way too hot. I'm good, guys. How are you guys? Chase eating raspberries. I love you guys, too. Thanks, Service Dog and Training Chopper. Thank you, Nelly. I appreciate that. Sorry, guys, I know my hand's in the way. I'm trying to... Have I gotten confirmation that I have POTS or some form of dysautonomia? Not yet. I am still working on getting the money to go into the doctor. I need $600 to be able to go and get my diagnosis because I don't have health insurance. Now, when I had talked to the Texas Treatment Center, what was that, about a month ago or so, I had sent her the results of my blood pressure and my heart rate, like when I'm laying down, when I'm standing, how much, how my heart rate shoots up. I had sent her all of those pictures that I'd done at home. I sent her all of that information, and then we had spoke on the phone for, I don't know, we were probably on the phone for 20, 30 minutes, and this is the Texas POTS treatment center in Texas, and she said that she was pretty sure I have POTS, and she wanted me to come out to do the treatment. She was trying to book me right then and there, like, yeah, let's get you out here, let's get your treatment started. And the only thing is I didn't have $6,000, and I couldn't go to Texas for 2 weeks. So that's kind of what I've been going off of, just from talking to her, and I have spoken to a few other doctors as well, and we are all believing that this is what it is, but I still have to have that formal diagnosis before we can say, yes, it is absolutely POTS. I just got to get the $600 first to do it. So that's, I was going to say that's what I'm working on, but I haven't got any of that yet. We'll see how that goes. I'm sorry about that, Amaria. Thanks, Service Dog Supporter. My eye is itchy. Did I get Max as a puppy, and have I trained him all by myself? Max was a shelter rescue. I've had Max for 4 months. He is still in training. He is not fully trained yet. He's still got at least another year to go before he's completely done with his training. Possibly another year and a half before he's done with his training. So anywhere from the next year to a year and a half, he should be getting closer to being done with his training. At least on the formal aspects. His public access by then, going in public, that should be perfect. His psychiatric service dog response and alerts for my PTSD, that should be absolutely perfect, which it already is very much. His medical alerts should be perfect. I mean, which, you know, they are as well, but we're still working on his medical response, like his deep pressure therapy and things like that when I pass out. So we still have some things that we have to fine tune and some things we got to work on. But it's only been 4 months, and he is now a year and a half. And so in about the next year to year and a half, he should be getting close to being done with his training. I live in Alabama. Alright, guys. I'm just going to go down to the bottom. Sorry. I am training Max myself, yes. Have I thought about getting more piercings? I would look good with a nose stud. I actually did have my nose pierced. It was right here. It rejected. It was a bar. I do want to get my nose re-pierced. When I got it pierced, my baby, he was really tiny, and he had a tendency where he kept pulling it out right after I got it pierced, and so ended up rejecting. But I do want to get it re-pierced, yes. I was actually thinking about doing that for my birthday. Going and getting it re-pierced. They are mods because I made them mods. Oh! I want to show you guys some stuff. Alright, Max, off. Come on, down. Get off of me, bud. Down. Good boy. Thank you. Do I bring Max everywhere I go? Yes, I do, because I pass out a lot, and so passing out all the time, I really need him to be with me so that he can let me know. Are there stories behind my tattoos? Yes, each one of my tattoos have stories. I have 5 tattoos right as of this moment. I have 5 tattoos, and each one has a story. Max is a year and a half. Thank you so much, Starry-Eyed Kitty. I absolutely appreciate that. I absolutely appreciate that. What is having PTSD like? Do you wish you would not have it? I don't think it really comes down to wishing I didn't have PTSD. I think it comes down more to I wish I wouldn't have gone through what I went through to get PTSD. Hang on. Why is it that you pass out so often? Is it just random because of POTS? The speculation is that if I am diagnosed with POTS, that it would be from the POTS. I can't. That is what we are thinking it is. It's not. It is, I guess, in a way random. But if it is POTS, POTS is a heart condition, and so basically what POTS is your body doesn't pump your blood correctly, and your blood kind of pools in your legs, and so that can cause you to faint. And it's normally when you're standing, walking around for a long time, your heart just stops pumping your blood efficiently, and that's kind of why. Now, again, I've still got to get the money to get my formal diagnosis saying that, yes, I do have POTS to where I can start treatment. That is what I want. I want to get my diagnosis so I can start my treatment so that I can try to feel better, if anything. What is anxiety like? It's like having a heart attack 24/7. I do have kids. I have one little boy. He is 1.5 years. There is no paperwork for service dogs. A service dog is a dog specifically trained to mitigate a disability. As long as you have a disability and your dog is being trained specifically to mitigate your disability and has tasks that it performs on its own to mitigate your disability, then that's kind of how that works. It's a fine line. It's kind of weird. But no, there is no paperwork. Does it make me grind my teeth? It has, yes. Can you get a service dog if you have really bad anxiety and panic attacks? The best thing to do would be to talk to your doctor, your psychiatrist, therapist, whoever you go and see, and ask them. It is possible if it is severe enough. Basically, if it's debilitating enough, yes, you could qualify. But for a psychiatric service dog, you have to have, there is no way around it at all. You have to have a doctor backing you up. Do I wish I would not pass out as much? Absolutely. That is honestly, it is so scary thinking that, you know, every moment I'm out and about that I could pass out. What is passing out like? Does it have a warning? Sometimes I feel warning, sometimes I don't. It's honestly kind of like 50-50. So there's days where, like today, I felt bad all day. And normally when I feel as physically tired and exhausted and just, I have these feelings, like when I just feel really bad, normally those end up being the days I pass out. Other than that, sometimes before I pass out, I start getting really dizzy before I pass out. But that's like really the only true indication that I'm about to pass out. But I don't always get dizzy. Like earlier today, I didn't get dizzy before I passed out. I was really dizzy afterwards though. How long does it take to train a dog officially? It depends on what you're training the dog for. Normally anywhere from 1 year to 2 years. So I think what it really is your average time for standards. I think it's 18 to 24 months, somewhere like that. But it depends on what you're training for. If some things are easier to train than other things. Training for PTSD is easier than training for mobility. And so it kind of depends on what you're training for. But the average is, we'll say 1.5 to 2 years is the average time. This live stream has been going on for 28 minutes. Has Max had any health problems? Nope. The only health problems he has is he has a grass allergy. And he's allergic to chicken, but he doesn't eat chicken. We have him on a fish-only diet so that he doesn't ingest chicken. And he has a grass allergy. It's not bad. He just gets kind of itchy from it. But that's it. Do I have anything else other than PTSD? Yes, I have some medical issues going on. Yeah, Starry-Eyed Kitty is so scary passing out. Thank you so much, Chopper. I appreciate it. How do I normally deal with my anxiety on an everyday basis? I try to grin and bear it. That's really what it comes down to. I do my best to stay as calm as I can and to function. And especially like when I'm home, it's not as bad. I still deal with the anxiety, but it's always worse when I go out. But, and like when I'm out in public, I think my big struggle is associating with other people, because my anxiety gets so bad. I don't really like associating with other people. And so a lot of times I come off as rude. I don't mean to be. That's not my intention. I don't do it on purpose. I can't help it. Have I been denied access to a store or restaurant while with Max? I've had it come close to happening a couple of different times where they started saying, you can't have the dog in here, you can't bring the dog, and then explaining the laws, you know, it got better. I haven't been just completely like, absolutely no, you can't be in here just yet, even after explaining the laws. I have had it become an issue, like have an access issue, but I haven't been completely denied. Sorry, Rogue. Is Max training for mobility as well? He is not training for mobility at the moment. And oh my God, this is something that so many people hate me for. So I'm going to wait until Max is 2. Max was cleared by a vet. You do not have to have your dog cleared by a specialist for mobility. I've actually called a couple of different programs like Service Dogs of Alabama when I talked to them about mobility training. I'd even asked, do I need to have him cleared by a specialist? And Service Dogs of Alabama say, no, you do not have to have your dog cleared by a specialist. Any vet can clear your dog for mobility. So a specialist is only if you want to. So Max is 50 pounds and Max is 40% my height. I am 5'1". I am child size. Like, I can't even say that I'm adult size. I am child size. So Max is big enough. He is 60% my body weight. He's big enough to do mobility for me. We're going to wait a couple more months, let him get a little older before we start training for mobility again. And then I'm going to be very careful about trying to make sure I go about it right. And I'll probably be having Service Dogs of Alabama assist me with that. Now, again, I am child size. My weight fluctuates from 86 to 92 pounds. So on average, we'll say I'm 90 pounds on average. If Max is 50 pounds, I'm 90 pounds, you know, that's a 60% body weight. So he's more than big enough to do mobility for me. And he does meet all standards. He meets requirements. He was cleared by a vet a couple months ago. But we're going to wait until he hits 2 and make sure that he's going to be cleared again. But yes, we will be doing mobility again. But also, it's not going to be like heavy mobility. It's going to be momentum pulling and some stability and counterbalance. And that should just help me when I get dizzy. It's not going to be it's not going to be like a ton of weight bearing weight. I'm not going to be walking and pushing down on him. I don't need that kind of mobility. I just need him to help me keep from going when I'm walking. Whoa, I zoomed in. Max eats salmon, cod. Those are his dog treats. He's on Blue Buffalo salmon dog food though. Does Max go to church with me if you're religious? We actually just went to church Sunday I haven't been to church in years. And it was something I really wanted to go again. I remember when I used to go to church, my anxiety, I had somewhere to talk. I had a place where it's like I just felt like all the weight kind of got lifted off of me. And then struggling with PTSD. I struggle with really bad anxiety and severe depression. And so I have my moments where I kind of pull back and I go into this really bad, like, dark hole. And, you know, I struggle in that dark hole for months and months, trying to get back out of it, trying to live my life, you know. And the last time I was at church, I started kind of going back into that depression hole, and ended up stopped going, and I just haven't been since. But we actually went for the first time this Sunday to a church up the road, and I loved it. It was so nice going back to church. Like, it really was. Max did amazing. The band didn't bother him, you know, all the people, nothing bothered him. He actually sat underneath my legs, between the chairs and underneath my legs the entire time, completely out of the way, and he did wonderful. And when I went to bring my son into the daycare for my son to stay in the daycare with the other kids, all of the kids rushed Max all at once and started petting him. And I mean, they were all babies, you know, I didn't get mad about it. And it was just like, I started laughing because Max, like, if you can imagine a dog smiling and, like, trying to nuzzle the kids to get the kids to pet him, that was Max. So, like, I'm going to try to impersonate Max for you guys, okay? He was just like, when all the kids came up to him and started petting, he was just like, like, he was so happy. And, you know, we got out of there, and I got him refocused, but he had a blast. So I feel like having a service dog helps me better than other treatments. Absolutely. I've been on anxiety medication. I've been on depression medication. It always made it worse for me. And just from my PTSD standpoint, not even medical problems, just from the PTSD standpoint, he makes a huge difference. And then from a medical standpoint, guys, I don't have to worry about falling and hitting my head anymore when I pass out. Hurricane Maria? What's Hurricane Maria? What was Max like during Hurricane Irma? Well, we didn't get much of it. We got rain. It fizzled out before it hit us. Does anyone judge me when I lay on the floor about to pass out? Absolutely. I've had a lot of comments in my videos where I pass out the videos I post and I'm laying on the floor. A lot of people, why would you lay on the floor? God, you're such an attention-seeking bad word. And you're drama and you're a fake. Yeah, I get judged by it, but it's okay. I gotta do what I need to do for myself. Ah, Belly Creek, that's funny. Short people unite! Maria's another superstorm. Amaria, that sucks. What is my opinion on pet rats? I have 2 little cuties and I'm trying to find opinions on them. I absolutely love rats. I think they are adorable. Like, I wouldn't mind having one. They are absolutely adorable and they are so sweet. I think they make great pets. Alyssa says, OMG, Dom, you're lighter than me and I'm 13. Like I said, guys, I'm child size. I'm the size of your typical, like, 12-year-old. I'm small. How old was Max when I got him? Max was about 1 year and 2 months. He's 1.5 years now. I've had him for 4 months. Do service dogs help with anxiety and how? Yes, they can. They can be trained to alert before your anxiety attacks happen to where you can try to get away from the situation, get out of it. They can be trained to help you during your anxiety attacks, to apply deep pressure therapy, to help you try to calm down, to try to distract you. There's different things that they can help with your anxiety. Yeah, I'm only 5'1". Angie joined the family yesterday. Hamsters, rabbits, dogs. What else have I had? Blah, blah, blah. There's been other things. Stop. It's just Chase messing with you. Get him. Get him. Get him. Get that boy. Get him. Get him. Oh, it's Bentley. That's Bentley. Get Bentley. Oh, no. The baby's coming. Uh-oh. The baby coming. She bringing the baby back? She bringing the baby back? Oh, no. Oh, no. Run away. Oh, no. Run away. Oh, no. Come here. Uh-oh. The baby. Come here, Maxie. Out of the way. Out of the way. Is that tail wag? Is that tail wag? Oh, it's a tail wag. Thank you. Hi, Bubba. Oh, great. There's about 5 hurricanes and tropical storms forming right now. That's wonderful. What is it when Max lays on me when I pass out? That is deep pressure therapy. Okay, I got it. Back up, Liam. Okay, so it's deep pressure therapy, and basically it can help shorten episodes, help me calmer when I wake up, and yeah. That good boy. Baby! You can go play? Oh, Max! If you want to love on him, but why do I gotta be caught in the middle? Oh, kisses! Kisses! Liam, kiss Max. Give Max a kiss. Give him kisses. No, give Max kisses. He wants your kisses. Oh, Max is knocking the remote off. Look, he's trying to love on you. Do I get mad at kids? I don't get mad at kids. The only time I get upset, really, is if it's adults encouraging the kids. And that's when I get upset. Alright, guys, I'm behind comments. I'm going to jump back up if I missed your comment. How much money is it to train your dog or register with the state? Okay, so there is no registries. Training your own dog comes down to, it depends on if you're someone to help you. You want some food? Oh, Maria, that sucks. But yeah, guys, if I missed your comments, sorry, I was trying to catch back up. If I missed your comments and you want to ask again, y'all can go ahead. What's my opinion on cats? I love cats. Why do I have a service dog? I have PTSD and some medical problems that cause me to pass out. Does Max listen to me? Oh, yeah. Ratties for the win. I'm trying to do that math. She might be a little too short. Basically, if you're gonna, it also depends on your weight. It's more about your weight. So as long as y'all's weight is within 40 to 60%, preferably around 50% and up, as long as her weight's at least 50%. Liam, leave it alone. That's what it really comes down to, is what is her weight versus your weight. And when it comes to the rest of mobility, don't use a handle that's taller than 6 inches. If you need a handle that is taller than 6 inches, your dog is too short to do mobility. For me and Max, we would only need a handle that's 5 inches, and so we don't even need a full 6 inches. Do I prefer dogs or kittens? I don't know. I love both. What's the worst thing someone's ever done to Max? Tried running him over with a buggy. Someone tried running him over with a buggy. How long is this live stream going to be? I don't know, guys. Hang on, let me fix something real fast. Hang on. Okay, let's move this to where you can't touch it, Baba. Can you go get your toys? Go get your trucks. I'll find you something, okay? Let me see what I can give you to keep you preoccupied. Hang on 1 minute, guys. Mama's gonna heat this up for you, okay? Want a waffle? Waffle. Oh no, where'd it go? There we go. Here you go. Go eat that. Hey Max, down. Down. Leave his waffle alone. Go lay down. Shh. Leave it. Thank you. No, don't come back over here. Okay. Mario, that's awesome. Max is 1.5 years. I've had Max for 4 months. 4.5 months. You want some water? Come here, baby. Yummy. Oh, he just spilled the water everywhere. Okay. I am okay after the hurricane. It barely hit us. I do like bluebirds. Birdie. You guys are addicted to the live streams. Thanks, guys. Lily is adorable. Oh, yeah, she should be fine for mobility, then. If you're 90 pounds and she's 65 pounds, that's like, I'm 90 pounds and Max is 50 pounds. So you should be fine with that. Just remember, if you need a handle that is more than 6 inches tall, she's too short. But typically, I think it's like 22 inches at the shoulder and higher. Something like that, 21, 22 inches, something like that at the shoulder. And then taller as you go. But you said she was, what, 24 inches at the shoulder? I would imagine she'd be tall enough. And as long as you don't need a handle that's taller than 6 inches, you'll be fine. If there's no registry for a service dog, can anyone train and have a service dog and not get in trouble? So, if you have a disability and you need a service dog... Oh no, is my phone dying again? Hang on. If you have a disability and you need a service dog, yes, you can train your own service dog. And you... No, don't unplug it. And you can't get in trouble for training your own service dog. Your dog still has to meet specific requirements, and you do have to have a disability that requires you to have a service dog. Because if something ever happened and you got brought to court over it, and you did not have a disability, then you would be faking a service dog, which is a crime, it's illegal, and you could face fines, you might even go to jail. Snakes! Oh my god, I love snakes. So the real question is snakes or spiders? I love snakes. I want a snake so bad. Come here. What is PTSD? PTSD is post-traumatic stress disorder. Alright guys, I'm going to jump up the comments again to get back to the new ones. Yeah, if you would only need a 5 to 6 inch handle, you should be good. Just be careful training mobility because you can hurt, it's so easy to hurt your dog, especially if you're not bracing right. And that was something I could not figure out how to brace right, and that was something that I ended up finding out I was doing wrong. If y'all have ever seen any of my videos where I was bracing, do not do it the way I did it. Guys, do not brace the way I did it. That was wrong. And I did not know it at the time. But, because no one told me, you know, there's no tutorial on how to train your dog to brace properly. But I think that's one of the most difficult things is trying to properly train a brace. Come on, bud. Up. Up. Good job. Hi, guys. Karen the Fox just found the channel. Kara Kitties just subscribed. Thanks, guys. Why do I have a service dog? I have him for my PTSD and my medical problems. Yes, you can have a service dog for anxiety. You have to have a doctor backing you up, and your dog does have to be specifically trained to help you. It can't just be you holding it makes you feel better. Let's see. Has Max ever peed inside? No. Alyssa says, welcome to the channel of fun. Sarah, could I get a service dog for Asperger's ADHD? I have heard of service dogs for Asperger's, but again, this is something, if y'all are interested, if y'all can get a service dog to help you, the best thing to do would be to discuss it with your doctors. Max is a Border Terrier Lab mix. Sorry guys, the comments are going really fast. I'm trying to keep up. I got a beard. Vibration collar tips. What do you want to know about it? Do parents with children ever tell their child not to pet your service dog? Yes, and I absolutely... I love it when they do that. This is more like a service dog information channel, I guess. Max. Do I think guide dogs should only be trained by a guide organization, or can they be self-trained? I think any service dog can be trained, self-trained, as long as you go about doing it right. This is Max. I got Max 4.5 months ago. May 5th is when I adopted Max. Can I say anything about dog breeds here? What I guess I can give you my opinions. Don't take... Sorry guys, my little boy's wanting to take the charger out of my phone. Well, don't put your finger in it and it won't hurt. How did I train Max? A lot of time, lots of patience, lots of different commands. How many times a day do you get asked, can I pet him? More than I can count. Oh, someone might have to go to Children's Hospital. That sucks. Has Reagan been on today? I think her mom was on earlier today, and I don't know what happened. The chat has been so blown up. Do I have any information about Great Danes? What do you want to know about Great Danes? He is a service dog, so that's why he's Service Dog Max, because he's a service dog in training. Do I let people pet Max? Yes, there are times I do let people pet Max. Normally it comes down to how I'm feeling at the moment, and if the people were respectful about, you know, understanding, you know, not to talk. Like, normally if I say, you know, please don't mess with him, and they're like, oh, but I want to pet him, and if they just, like, don't respect that I asked them not to, and they get just, like, mad about it, I'm not going to let you pet him. But, like, if I'm feeling good and people are like, oh, my God, I'm so sorry, I didn't know, I'm like, no, it's fine, thank you. And normally we start talking, and at that point, like, after we've sat there and talked for a minute, I'm like, you know what, I'm feeling okay at the moment. Thank you so much for respecting. Thank you so much for, you know, taking a chance to learn and be educated a little more about service dogs. You can go ahead and pet him just really fast. Have I ever been on the news based on access denial, and have I ever been denied access? I have not been denied. I have not been fully denied access. No, I've had access issues where I'd go in somewhere and they started to say, no, you can't be in here, and then I'd have to explain the laws, have an anxiety attack and freak out a little bit. How many times do I really need Max? Every single day. So there is a potential that I will pass out every day. Stop it, Liam. And so I need Max every day. Liam, no, leave it alone. And so I need him every day, because if I pass out and he's not there to let me know, I could hit my head. And if you hit your head the wrong way, it could kill you. And so it comes down to, I always had dealt with lots of concussions, and, you know, it comes down to, will I end up getting concussion? Will I get brain damage? Will it kill me? So I do need Max. My son's name is Liam. The best way to use them, okay, the best way to use vibration e-collars. I've heard some people use it as correction, others don't. You can use it as a correction tool, but when you correct, you need to be positive about it. And, you know, I have used it as a correction tool with Max. We've used it to get our recall and his recall. He has an amazing recall now. And when I used it for correction, basically he learned that when I buzzed it, it meant stop what you're doing and come to me. And that's kind of how I used it as a correction, was to get him to stop what he was doing, whether, you know, he was trying to chase a rabbit or something, or, you know, if he was trying to eat something off the floor, you know, whatever, you know, whatever example you can come up with. I don't know. I'm trying to come up with examples here. But every time every time I used it, it was always really positive when he came back to me, like, yes, good job, good job. I don't think it's something you should use negatively. Is my dog dangerous? No, service dogs are not dangerous. Max is 1.5 years. Alright guys, I'm going to skip through comments again. Yeah, maybe chasing a squirrel. He is my service dog because I have PTSD and some medical issues. Sorry, Batman. Yes, Chase eating his raspberries while I was passed out. Can Max help my son with walking? Liam was already walking when we got Max, so we've never had to use it for anything like that. I got Max from Birmingham Animal Shelter in Alabama. Have I gone to college? No, I'm not in college. Has a friend ever brought a pet with them into a store? Nope, not that I'm aware of. Most of my friends would know, though. Most of my friends know, you know, what service dogs are, and they've taken time to, like, ask me, like, to explain things to them. How long does it take to train a service dog? It depends on what you're training the dog for. Normally 1.5 to 2 years. Reagan, hi. I'm okay today. Is YouTube my only job? No, I am a stay-at-home mom, and I chase my child around 24/7, and let me tell you, it is exhausting because I'm never not working. I take care of a child 24/7. Has Max ever not listened to you? Absolutely. There's always times, especially when you're training any dog, and especially like during training service dogs, there's always gonna be those moments where your dog doesn't listen, and you might have to correct them and give them the command multiple times. But he's gotten pretty good about it. He's just sitting here in my lap right now. Yes, people these days, it's crazy. We've got new subscribers here. Thank you. Have I ever thought of getting a horse? I've had a horse in the past, and I'm actually looking into possibly getting a new horse soon. It's something that I might be talking to my dad about. He has horses, and I'm definitely, I do miss having horses, so it is something that I want to get back into. I've been riding off and on for years since I was a kid, so I've probably been riding horses off and on for probably like 16 years. And so it's something that I've always absolutely loved. Do you have any tips on how to convince your parent to let you train? Explain, you know, all the pros and, you know, all the possibilities of, you know, what can happen. Do I want another piercing? Absolutely. I got my nose pierced almost 1.5 years ago, and it rejected because my son at the time kept grabbing it and pulling it out of my nose, so it rejected. I'd love to get my nose redone. How can you tell the difference between a real service dog and a fake one besides behavior? Other than behavior, there's really not much you can do. It's, Liam, stop it. No, sir. Are you sassing me? Are you sassing me? You are. Sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to keep up with all of your comments. Do I like Lady Gaga? It's okay. She's not someone I like listen to all the time. My son, it will be 1.5 years on my birthday. My birthday is September 30th. I will be turning 21. I will be turning 21. I will be turning 21, and my son will be 1.5 years. My dog's name is Max. He's 1.5 years. What breeds? For service dog work, golden retrievers, standard poodles, labs, German shepherds. All of them make good service dogs. German shepherds do not make good service dogs for psychiatric work normally, but it all comes down to the individual dog. Those are breeds that are typically used, but it's not breeds that have to be used. Any breed can normally be a service dog, but it comes down to the specific dog. The dog has, yes, even pit bulls can be service dogs. It comes down to the dog has to be right. Am I married? Yes, I am married. Can you see? My husband. Sorry, guys. My internet's wacky. She has been fighting a tumor, and we have an update. So Reagan was just accepted to a treatment that could possibly help to shrink her tumor and give her a longer life. She thought you'd be excited. Guys, I am so excited about that. That is awesome. Congratulations, Reagan. We have all been praying for you, and we are so happy you might be able to start doing better. I live in Alabama. Let's see. Sorry, guys. I'm jumping back up. Alright, guys. I'm trying to keep up with y'all's comments. My lighting is awful right here. I wonder... Let's see. Do I know that I'm the same age as Logan Paul? Am I? Max is great around other dogs. He absolutely loves other dogs. Liam, stop messing with it. You better go night-night? Yeah, that's what I thought. Max is a Border Terrier lab mix. Yeah, Logan is 23. Sorry, guys, I skipped forward on the comments. If I missed your comment, y'all can ask again. What inspired me to make a channel about service dogs? It came down to I wanted to kind of document the experience, and then I realized I had potential to educate, even just a few people about service dogs and the training, and I never imagined the channel would grow this big. I never thought in a million years that we would grow the way we have. My favorite color is blue. What's my favorite thing to do? Honestly, my favorite thing is riding horses. When I am with horses, when I'm in a stable, when I'm on a horse, I have never felt calmer and more free in my life. Horses are kind of my safe haven. It's the one place I can be where I don't feel anxious. Alright, skipping comments again. Why do I stream? You guys like it. I have a lot of my subscribers, a lot of you guys that just always say something about me going live. How did I meet Max? I met Max at the shelter. I adopted him. Max does not bite anybody. Dog distraction tips. Oh, hang on. I saw that. Okay, I think I missed it. I saw something about dog distraction tips. I guess you're having issues with your dog getting distracted, out of focus. One of the things that I've worked with Max is teaching a focus command. And don't turn the GoPro on. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. So teaching a focus command and maybe touch commands can help. And one of the things I've discovered is that when Max starts getting out of focus, I can give him his focus command. I can tell him touch. He'll touch my hand. I'll put him in a sit. I'll make him down. I'll tell him to give me his paw. And making him do different commands for me, it gets him refocused. If you see a service dog shed not looking, just keep walking. Basically, guys, y'all are gonna look at service dogs. That's fine. Y'all can look. The best thing to do about it, though, is don't just stare. What was my husband, Chase, what was his first thoughts on me getting a service dog? He was fine with it. He actually went with me to the shelter to find Max. He went with me to pick Max out and to try to find a good dog. Get down, Bubba. Stop. That's a good tip for anxiety. I really don't have any. I still haven't figured out how to manage mine. I guess just try to get away from the situation. Try not to let it get to you. But that's like impossible. Can I do more training videos? Sure. Liam, stop touching. About to be. Give me a second. Okay, I can't do it from here. Oh, baby, come here, I got you. Hey, it's okay. Hey, let me see, here, see? Where'd you hit it? I know, you hit your head. You okay? You okay? Yeah, you good? Okay, hang on. Max, get down. Come on, get down. Liam just about fell off the couch. His head hit. Max, get down. Go on. Ugh. He went to fall off the couch, and his head kind of hit the coffee table, and I barely caught his arm. Guys, I am about to be 21. Alright, sorry guys. Y'all are gonna have to deal with this angle for a minute. Yes, I love Leash's new shirt on him too. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday! What does this say? Where was the first time I fainted? The first place I fainted was actually at my house back when I was living with my mom. Let's see. If Max is being constantly distracted over and over, how do you react? Probably not. But even when I think I'm calm, apparently I'm usually not. It's very frustrating. It is so frustrating. You're okay? Alright, guys. Sorry if y'all have ever been on the news with Max. No, I haven't. I'm not ending the videos, guys. My internet keeps going out. Yes, Liam's okay. Something you guys will learn the more y'all are on my channel. I still breastfeed, so that's normally when I turn the camera, just so that, you know, I'm not putting that, you know, showing that or anything. So y'all just kind of gotta deal with it here. Do you choose to have a service dog, or does your doctor do it? It comes down to a little bit of both. You have to want a service dog, even if your doctor recommends it. Because if you don't want the service dog, you know, it won't work. Have I ever been told only veterans have PTSD? Absolutely. Only veterans have PTSD. So absolutely, it's a common misconception. A lot of people think only veterans in general. Some basic commands for depression and anxiety if you're training a psychiatric service dog. Sorry guys, learning when and how to distract you from your anxiety, things like that. What kind of focus command works? Really, just it doesn't matter. We use the command focus. It can work fine. It just depends on what you use. Sorry guys, my internet sucks. Give me a second. I'm gonna go put him in bed. Alright guys, he is going to cry a little bit. I'm sorry. It's 9 o'clock right now. It's 8:54 p.m. So it is time for him to lay down, for him to go to bed. And he's one of those babies where he kind of just has to cry for him to fall asleep. So I'm sorry about that. Y'all are going to hear him crying a little bit because that's the only way he goes to sleep. Max is 1.5 years. No, I did not see that. Oh, that sucks. Well, tell Reagan that we love her anyway, and that we can't wait for when she is able to be back on. Worst experience with Max and another person. People trying to hit him with a buggy. That was probably I guess one of our worst experiences. When will I do live streams during the week? It just kind of depends. I don't really have any specific day. I do try to normally do them on Saturdays, though. Hi, guys. Ugh, hang on. There's Max. I don't know how well y'all can see him. He's laying on the floor. That is awesome about the new treatment for Reagan. I'm so excited about that. Worst fake service dog that I've seen. The worst one was barking, throwing a fit, trying to climb off the bike. I mean, well, I've seen 2 dogs that have been like that. And that's just like in person. I've heard of service dogs or fake service dogs, fake, pets biting and attacking real service dogs, though. Why did I load Max into the back of the car if I knew I was going to pass out, coming from my live Walmart video the other night? Because there wasn't anything Max could do in the car. And I knew that in a situation like that, it was just easier to put him in the back and try to go sit down as quick as I could. What experience out with your service dog scared you the most? The other day when I went shopping and that lady started pushing me trying to get to Max. That probably scared me the most because I had someone actually pushing me. Why didn't I have Max in the front? Okay, so I don't pass out when I drive. So part of the speculation, if it is POTS, is that you pass out when you've been standing and walking around. That is something that has been true for me in general anyway. I've never passed out just from sitting and hanging out all day. It's normally after I stand up or after I've been walking around. That is normally when I don't smoke weed. I am actually I still breastfeed my child. So I definitely don't smoke weed. Thank you though. But what was I saying? What was I saying? I don't even remember what I was saying. Oh, but yeah, no. I've only ever passed out after I've been standing, walking, after I stand up or walk around. So when you're driving, you're sitting down. You're not standing up. And normally before I start driving the car, I get in the car, I sit and I wait for anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes if I'm the one driving before I start to drive, just to make sure that I'm not going to pass out. Because if I'm going to pass out, it's going to be within the next 10 to 15 minutes after I've been walking around, after I'm able to sit down. So as long as I'm able to sit down, stuff like that, I won't pass out. And Max can also very easily jump over the seat. If something ever was to happen, he can jump over the seats to get to me. Max eats Blue Buffalo dog food. Okay, so once I am at the point where, how do I explain this? Well, what's the best way to explain this? So yes, I do pass out after I'm sitting down. But once I hit that point where I'm going to pass out, there's no changing that. Like once I'm getting dizzy and I'm getting nauseous and I'm getting hot and my heart is racing, and once I know I'm going to pass out, that's it. I'm going to pass out. Even if I sit down, I've never had it happen because at that point it's so bad that even if I sit down, it's too bad. And it's just a matter of waiting. Does that make sense? What is Max's daily schedule like? We wake up, I let him outside. He gets to run around and play for at least an hour in the morning. And he plays with the other dog. He'll come in. He's kind of inside, outside, or inside, outside throughout the day. He gets to run around. We go outside. We do his exercises, and we do training, and we do a lot of playing, and we try. I don't let him out when it's super hot during the day, though. He's only out if I'm out with him. And then at night, he gets his dinner, and we go to sleep. Max is 1.5 years. I have been passing out since I was 14, and I've never had an issue with driving. Guys, if you are not a moderator, which there's only like 2 of you here that are, do not use caps, please. But like I said, I pass out when I stand up and when I've been walking. So when you're driving, you're sitting down. And if I have been walking around and I sit down in the car and I wait 10 to 15 minutes, then I'm not going to pass out after that. So I'm safe to drive. I only pass out after I've been walking around or standing up for a long period of time. I haven't, well, that's the difference. I don't pass out because of my migraines, and migraines can be such a sudden and random thing. I pass out after I've been walking around, after I stand up, things like that. Thank you. Besides horseback riding, what do I like to do? I don't know. Read books. I love books. What's the medical condition called? I am trying to get diagnosed with POTS, postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. Do I pass out when I'm sitting? No, like right now, all I've been doing is sitting here. I'm not going to pass out just from sitting here. Now, if I stand up and I start standing or walking around, and I sometimes it happens where I stand and I walk around and then I sit back down, but at that point, if I'm already to the point where I'm going to pass out, it's not going to change if I sit down. And so it's like if I was to go outside and started walking around or things like that, and like I said, it doesn't always happen. And I notice I tend to pass out more during the day when it's hot than I do the rest of the time. What kind of books do I like to read? I love fantasy, nonfiction. Let's see, did I ever have a service dog in school? No, I did not. I actually homeschooled because of all of my medical issues, between my PTSD and then between my PTSD and passing out, I ended up homeschooling. Oh God, these are going fast. I understand where your concern's coming from, but if I only pass out when I'm standing up and walking around, there's no danger if I'm sitting in a car driving. Has PTSD made any aspects of mothering a small child particularly difficult? Absolutely. It's a struggle, it's a day-to-day. You take it a moment at a time. And there's times, especially if I get triggered or I start disassociating and start having a panic attack and freaking out from what I went through, there's times where like him touching me, it makes it worse. I'm just like, stop touching me. And most times what I have to do is pick him up and either set him in his crib for a minute and just sit here and take a breath, take a breather, or I step outside, whatever I need, lock myself in the bathroom, whatever I need just to get, a couple minutes of peace to recompose myself. But yeah, it absolutely, it is. It's, you already have so much anxiety that, having a small child can absolutely make that worse. But he's absolutely worth it. I absolutely love that little boy. No, that live video, I had stood up and I'd walked to the bathroom, and after that, that was when I had started feeling bad. Where did I meet my husband at? I met my husband at a restaurant/bar. That's where we met. I kind of tried ignoring him, wouldn't give him the time of day, and he essentially harassed me for about an hour and a half. Until I finally, acknowledged him because I kept ignoring him. And here we are today. Oh, thank you so much, Mary. Why did I delete my shit list video? I didn't delete it. I just set it to private. I got my point across to the people that needed to see it. And there was no reason to have it public anymore. It's not something I really want out there on my channel all the time. I got my point across. the people who needed to see it saw it, and it wasn't something where it really mattered to have it up anymore. It's still on there. I just have it set to private right now. What will I do when Liam starts climbing over the gate of his playpen? I've asked before, but you haven't really answered. You are home alone with him in your way you contain him will not work forever. No, I have answered your question because I remember this question. When Liam starts climbing over the gate of his playpen, we'll stop using it.
I am going to go to the store.
Okay. But when he starts climbing over his playpen, we'll stop using it. It's as simple as that. His crib, on the other hand, right now, it's still plenty big enough. And we can still drop it down lower. He's nowhere near close to climbing out of that. He's closer to climbing out of the playpen on the porch than he is on, because people are asking about our child.
Our child is not their business.
I know our child's not their business, but it's okay. So we'll use that. But another thing is we live right next door to family. So if I need to, if all else comes to worse.
Don't tell too much about our kid, because we don't need people know he's a super genius about to take over the world. Okay?
Okay, I won't tell everyone he's a super genius about taking over the world. But worst comes to worst, all I have to do is make one phone call and be like, hey, can you walk the 30 feet over here to the house to come get Liam? And that's it. Yes, when he climbs out, he will have diversions. And if anything, I can put him in his bedroom and close the door. Because his room is completely kid-proof. He'd be safe in his room. So if I need to, all I gotta do is put him in his room and close the door. I don't always have notice of my passing out, but that's why I have Max. Max alerts me and lets me know. That was the last time I passed out, earlier today. Alright guys, I'm done with some of the comments here, okay? I don't feel like being harassed, and I don't feel like being interrogated anymore. So, I'm done with those. Alright guys, I'm trying to see your comments now. I'm at the beginning. If I haven't seen your comments, go ahead and ask again. Max is a Border Terrier Lab mix. No, Turtle, go ahead and re-ask your question. I'm sorry. I didn't see it. Max, don't go in the bathroom. Thanks, guys. I appreciate that. Does my vape contain nicotine? Yes, it does. Favorite drink to stay hydrated? Oh, no. Where did it go? Hang on. I'm sure my child did something with. My favorite drink to stay hydrated is this. Hi, husband. You're awesome. What is... Oh, my medications.
I don't trust that being in the car with me driving.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I don't blame you.
I don't feel like going to jail over your shit.
I love you. Max is 1.5 years. Are there any breeds? Okay. Any breed specifically recommended for a service dog? Standard poodles, labs, and golden retrievers all make outstanding service dogs. I have 5 tattoos. Max is a Border Terrier Lab mix. Does Max ever get angry while people touch him? I don't know. I mean, I don't know what his emotions are. He will attempt to back away from people and just like, okay, I'm just going to move away from you, which is fine. That's kind of part of our training that we've done. So that's fine. Guys, I'm going to read this again. Rules of chat: no spam, no profanity, no religious or political discussions, no drugs, no caps unless you are a moderator. Please try to abide by the rules. What am I drinking? I'm drinking my golden peach water. Yes, Australian Shepherds do make good service dogs. I've seen a lot of Australian Shepherds as service dogs. I've had quite a few bad experiences with Max. Basically, every time we go out, it's a bad experience. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to... If Max didn't exist, what dog would I want? Honestly, I've kind of been leaning towards the standard poodles. I really like them. How do I deal with people who are scared of dogs and get loud about their fear when they see Max? We have actually had this happen. I just explained, like, they were like, oh my god, it's a dog, I'm scared of dogs, like, freaking out and yelling. I was like, he's a service dog, he's not aggressive, he's not gonna hurt you. And, she was just like, no, you know, like, literally was freaking out. I was like, okay, ma'am, you know, you're fine, it's fine. I'm just gonna go this way. I was like, we'll do our best to keep our distance from you. She basically ran out of the store. I was just like, okay. Yeah, Turtle, sure, go ahead. Turtles roll, go ahead and ask your question. Max is 1.5 years. What type of harness? His harness or his vest? Yes, I have been passing out since I was 14. My mom fought with doctors all the time. Basically, they told me, you just have syncope. And that syncope is normally a fancy term for saying you pass out. But with the other medical problems I have, and I have been led to believe by other doctors and specialists that it is POTS, and I just have to get a formal diagnosis. So I have to get $600 up to go get diagnosed to start a treatment. But yeah, it's been a long struggle. Your opinion on roller coasters? I don't know. I haven't been on one since I was a kid. Yeah, border collies make good service dogs too. My question, did I ever think I would have kids? Yeah, I always knew I wanted to have at least one kid. I mean, yeah. I don't know that I want any more. Me and my husband were both very content right now with just Liam. We're very content with just Liam. And after going through pregnancy with my medical issues with him, I don't know that I'd want to deal with the medical issues and trying to struggle with all that and pregnancy at the same time again. But yeah, I always knew I wanted to have at least one kid. How often do I pass out? A couple times a week. When I have fainted, have I ever hit the floor really hard with my head? Absolutely. I used to do that all the time, and I always had concussions. When did I discover I had PTSD? I've had PTSD my whole life. The other issue started up when I was 14. Why did we decide the name Liam? It was just, I don't know, it was the name that me and my husband both just really liked it. Can I watch horror movies? I normally don't watch horror movies because I freak out so bad. Like, my anxiety will get so bad, like, I start screaming and, like, I run. Favorite animal? Horse. Can you get service dogs in the UK? I'm not sure. I do vape, yes. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to see y'all's comments. They're coming fast. Who decided the name Max? I did. So Max's name, he was a shelter rescue. His name was Maxwell. I didn't like Maxwell, so I just left it Max. I was going to change it to something else, but he looked like a Max, and I liked it, so we left it. So there are no registries for service dogs. Did my PTSD hit me full force at 14, or did it escalate? So I started passing out when I was 14. My PTSD, I'd really have to ask my mom about that. I guess I always struggled with it as a kid, and they didn't know what it was, because I was going through a lot as a kid that no little girl should have to go through. I don't really want to talk about it too much, but no little girl should have to go through the things that I went through as a child. And I went through those things for 10 to 13 years, and I stopped them around the time I was 12, 13. He is in jail now. So I always kind of struggled with it because it was something I grew up with. It was something that started, the youngest I placed at was 3. But we're pretty sure it was going on before then. So it was something I kind of always had. So it's just, it is. What does religious discussion mean? Religious discussion is, we're not really going to talk about, like, Jesus is the savior or all hell Buddha, or we're not going to really get into all of that discussion. How does Max know when you are about to faint? Is it by your heartbeat? Honestly, I'm not 100% sure. When I was trying to train Max for my fainting, every time I got to where I was going to pass out, I'd call him over, I'd give him his alert command, which was his paw, and to teach him to paw me, and I breathed on him. And I was thinking it would be scent training, so that's basically what I tried training him with, was the smell, scent. He could have picked up on my heart rate, it could have been the smell, it could have been both. I'm not sure, I just know I didn't know how to go about doing it, and I did a lot of reading, and a lot of people said try scent training for different things, so I was like, okay, we'll try that, and it could be my heartbeat, he could have picked up on my heart rate, it could have been the scent. What is my favorite band? One of my favorite bands is Mayday Parade. I got Max 4.5 months ago. And I started training Max right after I got him. How often do I pass out in a day? I don't normally pass out every single day. There have been days where I have passed out multiple times a day, but it depends. That's pretty rare. Hi, guys. Since Halloween is coming up, will Max be dressed up? Maybe matching with my son Liam. So Liam is a monkey for Halloween. I still haven't told you guys what I am. But basically, I think Max is probably going to dress up as a pirate, and it'll kind of go with my costume. And so that gives you a hint, because there's 2 costumes. If you guys watched my Halloween costume video, there's 2 costumes, a gypsy and a pirate, that would go with him being a pirate for me and him to match. Have I ever been told that I was faking disorder or that I was doing it for attention? Yes, absolutely. Every single day I've been dealing with that for the last couple months. There is a Facebook group called Service Dog Shitlist 2.0. They love to harass and stalk people, and I am one of their favorite targets. And they love to tell me how much I'm doing this just for attention. And it's just one of those things where when you're dealing with harassment, you kind of just got to deal with it and bear with it. But I am about to be consulting my lawyer about it and seeing what we can do as far as maybe getting some kind of order put into place to where if someone continues to harass me, they may be charged. Van, has shame been an issue for me? Yeah, it really has. Going through what I went through, sometimes, and it's like, I know I was a kid. I know I was a baby, you know, I was this little baby, 3 years old, 2 years old, 4 years old, 8 years old, 6 years old. I was a baby. I didn't know any better. And some of the things that happened, I do feel shame. I do feel like, why didn't I ever say anything? Why didn't I ever stop it? And there were details of things that happened that I just, like, that appall me to this day. And I don't really want to talk about it too much because my anxiety's starting to kind of get kind of high about it, just thinking about it. And I really don't want to freak out right now. I'm trying really hard to stay calm and not freak out. So I don't really want to talk about it too much anymore, guys. But yeah, shame is an issue that I deal with. It is something I know I shouldn't, and I know I shouldn't feel that way, but it's hard not to when you go through something for so long. And even though you didn't know better at the time, you feel like you should have. Thank you all so much, guys. I have medical issues I deal with that cause me to pass out. What is my favorite holiday and why? I don't know. I love Thanksgiving and Christmas. And I guess it's so much about family and like Thanksgiving and Christmas, and it's just, especially Thanksgiving, you have all, I think it'd probably have to be Thanksgiving. You have all of the amazing food, and I guess that comes down, like, all the food, all the family. Christmas is okay. It's no big deal anymore. Honestly, my favorite holiday, I love Halloween. I love dressing up, and I absolutely love Halloween. But I love Thanksgiving too, because I like food. You know, I'm not always able to eat food, but I do like food. Liam, my son Liam, is 1.5 years. When I pass out, what goes through my head? Oh, here we go again. Every single time I go to pass out, I'm just thinking, great, here we go again. If I did play sports, did I have to stop, like, some of my favorite sports because you started fainting? Absolutely. I used to skateboard, and that was one of the things I absolutely loved. It kind of worked, though, with the skateboarding. What happened is I ended up breaking my ankle in 2 places, almost broke it in half. And when I did, I dislocated my knee and was not aware of it. And started having more issues with my knee. And I didn't find out until 2 years later that my knee was dislocated. And I ended up having to have knee surgery. And they had to cut out all the tissue and the cartilage and put my kneecap back in place because it had shifted and tissue and cartilage had grown in the spot. But after I broke my ankle and with my knee bothering me, I kind of stopped skateboarding as much. And around that time is when I started passing out. And so it kind of worked, I guess, because I didn't have to stop just because I was passing out. I physically wasn't able to do it because of my knee. I miss it. I miss it a lot. It's something that I really wish I could get back into. I was not in the military. When did I decide to start my YouTube channel? I guess it really started when I got Max, and I was just like, this would be so fun to really document and to do my best to, you know, like, show every aspect of having a service dog. And sorry guys, I'm getting over a sinus infection, and so I'm stuffed up and my throat's still scratchy. But I guess it was kind of like, I was excited about being able to document the experience and kind of show, like, the good and the bad. You know, a lot of you guys see me just walking around a store. You know, sometimes the video is just me walking around the store with Max. And I always try to focus the camera on Max. But I'm also gonna show you guys the bad. And, you know, I'm gonna point it out because it's there. But I guess the big thing was I finally thought, what if I could educate someone? What if from me having my channel, I could educate one person? What would that do? Because maybe if that one person was educated, maybe that one person would tell his family. And say that one person told 10 people in his family about service dogs and what that person learned. Then those 10 people tell 2 people that they know about service dogs, and then those 2 people tell people. You know, what would that do? How many people would learn about service dogs just from that one person seeing my channel? I never expected my channel to grow the way it has, and it is so unbelievable to me, and I am so grateful to you guys, and knowing how many of you message me and comment about how you didn't know anything about service dogs before this and how I've helped. That's just, it's so amazing to me, because it's like my goal was maybe educating that one person and that one extra person seeing it, and now it's like thousands of people have seen it, and it's just, it's incredible. I guess I'm just jumping comments again. What is my favorite thing about Max, or his personality? How much of a love bug he is. Yes, service dogs are not the only animals service animals in the United States. Miniature ponies are as well. Is it hard having a service dog with other dogs or cats? Not really. Hi, baby. But alright, guys, I am going to get off of here. It was so great talking to everybody. My favorite food is sushi. What are some of the benefits of a head collar? A head collar can, depending on the dog, head collars can help keep your dog from sniffing. It can help keep your dog from barking as much. It can help keep your dog more focused. I think the big thing I love about it is you have control of the head. And so I think it's a lot easier to control a dog, especially a dog that pulls a lot. Having control of the head, you can control a dog that pulls a lot a little better. Kimber, hi Kimber. But what's my biggest fear? My biggest fear, thank you so much, Kimber. Thank you so much. My biggest fear is, what if something happens to me and I'm not there for my son? That's honestly my biggest fear, is not being able to see my little boy grow up. And not being able to be there with him and be there for him and support him the way I want to. But alright guys, I will see you all again soon. I promise. My husband just got back, so we're going to take some time, maybe watch some TV together. So I hope everyone...
What are you talking about? You can stay on there if you want.
Why? What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
Nothing. I'm going to do anything.
I don't trust you.
You never trust me.
No, I don't. I mean, yeah, let me stay on here while the TV's on. That'll work. But they want to see you. I've got a lot of new subscribers. I've went up a couple of thousand subscribers since yesterday. Will you say hi, please? He doesn't like being on camera. He hates it so much. Will you please say hi? Please? Oh, thanks, Kimber. Will you? Will you say hello? Come on, handsome. Say hello. Yeah? Yeah? This is my husband.
How many sides does a pentagon have?
And he's got the TV blaring.
All I can say is... Hey, little gang, what's poppin'?
Jay.
Good morning, little
Okay,
guy.
pause it. Let me get off. Let me get
As
off.
you guys know yesterday, check them out, baby.
It's so loud. Come on, let me say bye.
Brandon, I forgot my last name, bro.
Oh my goodness.
Can you tell me what it is?
Max, can you say bye? Can you say hi?
Stupid, y'all
Say
like,
bye.
like,
Say
no,
bye-bye.
woke up this morning,
Alright
a little
guys,
bit
he's
of
not
a
gonna
deep
turn
voice,
it down.
so
I'll
we
see
were
everybody
locking
later.
doors, getting
Bye
lights
everybody.
With the girls in, and the B-boys, bro, it's time for a freestyle. Hey, baby, some Maverick in the house with my boys.
Oh, hang on. What was that? No. Aw, thanks, Kimber. Hang on.
As you guys know, I got Evan grills.
Yes. I want that picture that Reagan drew. I want it so bad. Please send me the picture that Reagan drew. Please, guys, send me that picture, please. Alright, guys. Bye, everybody. Okay, apparently I look like Kimber's best friend, Petey.
That I hit his Rolex.
But they're cute. See?
See?
Look at that. Look at that. Oh.
Take him outside. Check it, bro. See that, bro?